Well, the FBI is continuing its investigation into the death of Casey Goodson Jr. Now, Goodson was shot and killed by a Franklin County deputy who was assisting U.S. Marshals near Goodson's home. NBC4's Alan Henry is live in the neighborhood tonight. And Alan, what have you been seeing out there since you've been spending so much? You've been out there 2 days now.
Yeah, Darlene, more than a dozen FBI agents closed and cleared off the street behind me here as they spent the third straight day in this neighborhood where Casey Goodson lived and was killed. You can see them there packing up for the day behind me here. Agents were photographing and measuring the distance of this road, which could play an important part in this investigation. Now, while some of the details of what happened on December 4th are in question, we do know Deputy Jason Meade was further up this street helping the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force. At some point, Casey Goodson drove past and Deputy Meade pursued him, claiming Goodson had a gun. Now, these measurements will likely be used to determine how far Meade and Goodson traveled and fill in some of the details of that day. Now, I've reached out to Columbus Police today to see if Deputy Meade has been interviewed as part of this investigation or had a psych evaluation done, but so far I haven't heard back yet. Now, coming up at 6, you'll hear from someone with the Buckeye Firearms Associations. They're asking for answers in this case, and coming up at 6, I'll explain exactly why that is. Live and local for you in Columbus, Alan Henry, NBC4.
All right, Alan, thank you so much. Well, as that investigation by the FBI unfolds, a Central Ohio Congresswoman is already making controversial statements about the deputy who pulled the trigger.
Colleen Marshall is here with details on the letter that Representative Joyce Beatty sent to outgoing Attorney General William Barr. Colleen.
Well, of course, the Justice Department is overseeing the federal part of this investigation, the FBI, into whether the constitutional rights of Casey Goodson were violated. And tonight, this is the letter. Beatty's office is standing behind what she says in the letter. In it, she calls Jason Meade, the deputy, a murderer, even though the investigation is still ongoing and no charges have been filed, murder or any other charges. In part, Beatty says in the letter, although a routine reality when black in America, Mr. Goodson's murderer was one of the very individuals who swore to protect and serve him and his family. She promises to review the findings of the U.S. Attorney's Office and work with her congressional colleagues to make systemic, long-term changes to the operations of police departments nationwide. The attorney for Deputy Meade also responding to Beatty's letter, telling us in a statement today, as criminal defense attorneys, we do not have the luxury of leaping to a conclusion before an investigation has even begun. We work to protect our clients' constitutional, procedural, and statutory rights, regardless of station in life, gender, political views, employment, race, creed, and sexual orientation. Now, you can read this letter, Beatty's letter to William Barr, the Attorney General, and the response of Deputy Meade's attorneys right now at our website, NBC4i.com.